Hey, welcome back for another video. So in this one, it's gonna be a little different than the previous videos that you've been seeing me working with. So I've had some small vinyl projects and I've had some, many of which have been window tint, but this video is actually gonna be just kind of like a quick, like a time lapse of me going through my first real major wrap project. So if you've seen some of the videos that I've had of my Tacoma when I've been doing my vinyl wrap on that, there's been some incremental videos as I've been making some progress on that, but I'm actually back in Minnesota visiting some family. I lined up some work with a buddy of mine ahead of time, and ultimately going to be wrapping his entire truck this week while I'm here. So I've already kind of gotten started. I've taken the grill off, started tearing apart the front end and get the headlights out of the way, get the emblems off, and just trying to kind of get rid of the piece parts of things that are going to be in the way. And then this whole truck, which is now kind of a champagne gold color, is going to be switched. So we're going red. So we've got a gloss red from Avery Dennison. Should look pretty cool. Red's a color that he enjoys. There's the grill. We're gonna try to eliminate all the chrome with either black or the red. So yeah, probably what I'll do, instead of letting the camera just kind of lapse, I'm probably just going to do a combination of just videos that are gonna be kind of like step by step. Like I'll shoot the camera on once in a while and say, okay, here's the progress, here's the progress, here's the progress as we go through, just to kind of keep the video manageable. Otherwise it'll get really long if I try to capture a week's worth of content. So yeah, I'm going to dive into it, make some progress, see what I can get done today, and keep updating as I go through the week, and you'll see kind of the final result once the truck's converted. So wish me luck. Here we go. All right, day 2 on the vinyl wrap. I figured I'd give you some progress update. I've got the chrome grill deleted. It's now red with the black center insert. We've also got the top valance over the bumper taken care of. Wasn't too bad. A little bit of patience. It's actually going together pretty well. Next step, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the chrome on the bottom. We're gonna make that red as well, just to blend it right in with the truck, and then we'll venture off into the fenders. All right, a quick progress update on the trucks. We've got the grille back on, we've got the front bumper complete, so there's no more chrome on the front, and I've got the right passenger, the passenger side fender is complete. Put the headlight back in there, so we're starting to really see a glimpse on the front end what this is going to look like when it's complete. So I'm going to set the camera up for a little bit just so we can kind of watch some time lapse as I attack the driver's side fender here, and then getting the mirror and the handles off on the doors on this side, so that way can keep moving on and make some progression down the side of the vehicle and make our way to the back. So it's starting to look pretty good, getting the transformation in place. So I'll set the camera up and we'll continue on. Do a quick walk around. We got the truck flipped around in the garage now, and it's made some significant progress since the last video. So on the driver's side, we've got both doors complete, got it reassembled, did address the mirrors, new handles are put in, and then making our way. So flip the truck just to basically get ourselves around to the back side. So I've got the front door here on the passenger side already taken care of. Got a pretty good rhythm on that, so now I'm going to go ahead and just set the camera up a little bit so you can kind of see some progress as I knock out this last door on the passenger side. All right, next update. We've got the tailgate, or I'm sorry, the box side done on the driver's side. Getting handles together and everything back up on the doors. It's really starting to take shape. We've got to do the C-pillar, basically cab side yet. There's some rust at the bottom, so we're going to have to address that, sand it, clear it up, prime it, block that out, and then we'll lay the vinyl. But box side on the driver's side is done. We'll make our way to the tailgate, but I actually just placed the vinyl on the passenger side. So what we're going to do is glass that out, basically is the term. But essentially we want to, before we really stick anything down in place, we want to manipulate to all the corners and stretch that vinyl all out to remove all the slack and lock it into all of the four corners, or all of basically the corners. And so we're going to do that now before we actually take any squeegee or hand and start applying that. Just the right way to do it, no heat involved, just working with the material at room temp. So once we've hit this glassed out phase, next thing really is to go for the body line, and there's one right about here. So I'm going to apply a little bit of heat and then go ahead and press that body line in, take any slack we have available now of the material as it's stretched basically to the perimeter, and then start taking our long squeegee strokes back and forth through the panel and just kind of working that air out to the outside, and then lifting that edge to push that air out, anything that's trapped, just to prevent trapping some air and getting some bubbles in the middle of the panel. Hey, just wanted to give a quick update. Getting into the final stretches of the sun's bright, sorry. Final stretches of the truck. So on the cab corners there is some rust, so I'm dealing with that. Blocked it out a little bit, hit it with some primer, trying to address it. It's not a perfect replacement. Obviously you'd want to cut material away and replace the cab corner, but this is definitely going to be a lot better than the bubbling, flaking paint that we had there. So address that. Just gonna give this a light sand and then be ready for the vinyl, which will allow us to do the cab seat pillar and then up above the doors to the A. Roof is done, as you can see. Rear is pretty much complete. Just got to get the emblem with camera assembly back on the tailgate. And then this is what it looks like on this side now that we've got the cab corner C-pillar above the doors, tied in with the roof line up to the front. So the driver's side is really starting to look complete, with the exception of just getting this flare in the box side put back on. But after we addressed that rust and got that vinyl on there, it was just definitely way nicer. And you can still see, if you look at the right angle, you can definitely see the resemblance that there's been a little bit of body work and some touch up, but this is far improvement from what we were looking with to start. So I know the owner is going to be happy. Anyway, we're going to keep plugging away, get ready to block out the primer on this side, and then get the last bits of vinyl installed on the truck. So we'll be done soon. All right, that's a wrap. F-150 is done. My first full wrap project, other than my personal Tacoma, which I actually haven't even finished yet, but I'm a pretty good way through. But I dove into that one kind of over the winter project, and I haven't really worked on it yet this summer, just with all the tint and other projects that I've had going on, plus stuff going on at the house. So let's just do a quick walk around. I've definitely got some lessons learned, definitely some takeaways from the the wrap project, but all in all, I'm super happy with how it went. It's honestly, I couldn't really ask for anything better, just in regards to how well it went together. The fact that I was kind of in a time crunch, that I traveled back to Minnesota to visit family, and I lined this up for a week vacation while I was here. So I essentially spent my whole week that I was off working on the truck. I started it last Saturday. It's Saturday today. It basically took me 1 week to get through the whole project, with a little bit of help from my brother, with just kind of from a mechanical aspect, not really doing any of the vinyl, but just taking off the mirror, taking off the door handles, taking some of the trims off, just doing the removal and reinstallation of the hardware while we were going after it. So let's do a quick walk around and just get a good glimpse of kind of the final product. Removed all the chrome other than the center caps on the wheels. I think he'll address that differently, but went with the soft red, black insert in the grille. Replaced the Ford emblems. It's kind of a bummer. We actually had emblems that would go on the fenders here, as well as on the tailgate, that just didn't arrive in time. The tracking is going to be Monday when they arrive, so we're not going to have those complete for this time. But there'll be another emblem that goes here. So but went ahead and wrapped the bumpers, eliminated all the chrome, the bezel where the fog light, the bezel where the camera, we went black on that, to go with the black emblem. The door handles did have chrome caps on it. We replaced those with just some black handles. They were body colored before, and instead of wrapping them, he felt black would have been kind of just a nice touch to go with the running boards, and plus the rest of the accents and the trims. Red on the mirror caps, that used to have some chrome caps that we removed, and then previously we did do tint on the headlights and taillights, as well as windows, and that was kind of what started the conversation really, about getting into doing the vinyl wrap, just in regards of we were doing some tint and vinyl, and then we started talking about my own personal truck on the Tacoma, and he said, let's order a red. I always wanted it to be red, and so here we are. So that's the final look of the F-150, full conversion from gold to red with the black accents, eliminating all the chrome. Appreciate you watching. As well, it's been kind of a choppy video, just with just kind of like some snapshots. Didn't really give a ton of content of the actual process, but there was just a ton of hours vested in going through it. So I kind of just ran the camera here and there as it seemed fit, just to kind of make some sort of content. But at the end of the day, it was really just kind of a quick documentary of some snapshots during the process. And hope you enjoyed. Appreciate you watching. Can't wait to get another wrap project. I'm definitely looking forward to finishing my Tacoma at this point and seeing what else I can get my hands on. So till the next video, we'll see you.